Hello there, YouTube. It's your Webby3. Back with another kicking, we're having another review. But today's is of a manga. It is Kaiju number 8, Volume 1. Story and art by Naoya Matsumoto? Is that how you say it? It's from Viz Media, Shonen Jump, rated T for teen, and they run for about $9.99 in the USA. I think I got mine from Books A Million on vacation? That sounds right. I can't exactly remember. It's actually been a bit since I got it. I had it in a comic haul a while ago, and I'm finally getting around to reviewing it. But it's a good book. Here, let me read it for you. With the highest kaiju emergence rates in the world, Japan is no stranger to attacks by deadly monsters. Enter the Japan Defense Force, a military organization tasked with the neutralization of kaiju. Kafka Hibino, a kaiju corpse cleanup man, has always dreamed of joining the force. But when he gets another shot at achieving his childhood dream, he undergoes an unexpected transformation. How can he fight kaiju now that he's become one himself? Kafka hopes to one day keep his pact with the childhood friend Mina to join the Japan Defense Force and fight by her side. But while she's out neutralizing kaiju as 3rd Division captain, Kafka is stuck cleaning up the aftermath of her battles when a sudden rule change makes Kafka eligible. I can't read. For the Defense Force, he decides to try out for the squad once more. There's just one problem. He's made the Defense Force's neutralization list under the code name Kaiju number 8. It's pretty cool. He's a human-sized kaiju, which I guess you could more call a kaijin since he's human-sized and still very humanoid in shape. The volume starts off with like a couple full-color pages, 3 actually, not a couple, and talking about how he's part of the cleanup crew. And honestly, I would read a manga about a cleanup crew that cleans up kaiju. There could be so much drama and comedy in that, and there is in these first several pages when they're working in it. It's pretty good, and I know that there was a movie about cleaning up a kaiju corpse. What do you do with a dead kaiju or something? I think it has a different name over here. I haven't seen it, but I would like to, because it's a very interesting concept, the cleanup and everything. But yeah, he does get injured when a smaller kaiju, there are apparently smaller kaiju that follow around the bigger kaiju. Actually, there are lots of different little designations and whatnot. I'll get to that, but Kafka made an agreement with his childhood friend Mina that they would both join the Defense Force and fight alongside each other, and now she's kind of leading it, and he's cleaning up corpses because he couldn't make the cut, and he kind of gave up, and now he's too old. He's in his 30s, and it's really weird to me to have a shonen manga with a protagonist in their 30s. He's 33, which is just a slightly older than me. So it's no wonder this book has had such big appeal, because it's written in a way that teen boys will love, but also the character, or the main character anyway, is older, and you know, older readers can relate to him. Like, he has trouble keeping up with the younger people in the Defense Force. He has trouble staying in shape, and the younger people don't take him seriously because of his age, even though he's not really that old. He's like 10 years older than most of them. So, you know, it's relatable. It's very, very relatable. But they lower the age requirements, or I guess lessen the age requirements, so that older people can join the Defense Force. And he and another guy that works as cleanup go and join it together. And this guy is the only one that knows he can turn into a kaiju. And he can turn into a kaiju because after the attack, this tiny little kaiju flew down his throat and gave him kaiju powers. And they call him Kaiju number 8 because he's kind of like the 8th kaiju to escape and get this specific designation. A lot of kaiju don't get specific names because they're put down before they can be given those names. The Defense Force is very good at putting down kaiju. Very good. Sometimes it's almost instant. But the strong kaiju that get away and stuff get fancy designations, like Kaiju number 8. Very fun. Anyway, they have themselves some entrance exams where Kafka is really having trouble keeping up. And there's this gal who's like a prodigy, and she's one of those characters who's like really good at everything and acts super confident, but deep down inside she's Like, I have to be perfect, I have to be, oh my god, what if I'm not perfect? Because her dad puts all this pressure on her to be perfect. A lot of the characters are characters you've seen in 1,000 manga, 1,000,000 manga, and anime. But I do like Kafka a lot. Like, a lot. But they have to fight these kaiju, and, you know, the Prodigy is kicking their asses, but then this other kaiju shows up, kaiju number 9, and revives the kaiju and takes out the Prodigy, so he has to transform into a kaiju in order to stop it. And I like how the kaiju is kind of a secret identity thing. I feel like in a lot of Japanese books, he would use his powers, and then they would see that, and they would bring him in. Like think of Chainsaw Man, right? Like, he's working with them because of his fancy powers to transform into the thing that he's fighting. But this guy, he's taken on kind of in spite of it, really. Like, he's trying his damnedest, and he's useful in the field. Not particularly in combat, but he knows a lot about kaiju because he was in a cleanup crew, so he knows a lot about, like, their biology and their weak points and things. So he makes excellent support, which we'll see more in the second volume, which will probably be our next review, because this one ends on a cliffhanger with him transforming into a kaiju in front of the Prodigy that doesn't like him, and getting ready to fight. So, that is it for Kaiju number 8, Volume 1. I really liked it. There's a lot of stuff that's real basic shonen. A lot of the characters are real basic shonen, and a lot of the concepts are as well. But I think the protagonist is actually what makes it very interesting. The kaiju have cool designs and all, and Kaiju number 8 himself has a really, really cool design. Like, I read Volume 1 and immediately ordered the Movie Monster series figure. Which, well, I've probably reviewed it by now. If not, I'll do it soon. But I love the Kaiju number 8 design. He's kind of the darker colors, but he's still humanoid, and he has that kind of like teal energy running through him. But it can run into his knuckles, like he has energy brass knuckles. It's very cool. So I like the designs of everything, and the art is really good. I like how eyes are drawn, and the JDF's suits have a lot of Pacific Rim Ultraman manga feel to them. They really do look like they were inspired by Pacific Rim and the Ultraman manga. And I respect the shit out of that, because Pacific Rim and the Ultraman manga have great designs for things like that. It really works out. There's been a lot of stuff inspired by the Ultraman manga that's come out since it started, which is great because the art in the Ultraman manga is insane. And it does look like it inspired some of the looks of the human designs in these books. So I like it. Yes, there's a lot of general tropey shonen stuff, but I'm very excited for it going forward. Very excited for it. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. as in and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.